Hi everyone, welcome to Fat to Thin Seniors RNY. I'm Raven, I'm 76 years old, and I had gastric bypass surgery on December 19th to December 16th, 2019. Medicaid approved the surgery. Last week I talked about omens and coincidences. In this vlog, I'll be talking about what happened this past week and trying to decide if I'm hungry or am I full or what's going on here. I can't seem to tell one way or the other. I don't know. If you're curious, please join me in this journey and continue to watch, and please comment. Last week I stopped thinking about food all day long, and I stopped watching food porn. I just stopped. Meal prep works wonders in that regard. It's just that I didn't have to make a decision, didn't have to think about it, that kind of stuff. But it's boring, big time. I mean, really boring. I mean, when you can, I prepared food. I got it ready for a week, but there really was 2 weeks worth of food there. So this last Sunday I did not do a meal prep. I just continued eating what I had prepped the Sunday before, which is a really long time to keep stuff in the refrigerator. But at any rate, I still didn't eat it all. Ended up throwing away a lot of stuff. But I want to talk about feeling hungry or not feeling hungry or that kind of thing. I'm not really sure I know what feeling hungry is like. I mean, I fasted for 7 days at one point years ago. At one point at 13 days. But I can't say that I really know what hungry is about. When I was a kid, I remember, well, of course I remember, I stole a loaf of bread from the local grocery store and I got caught. I just kind of, even to this day, pissed off. The guy realized that I wasn't stealing potato chips, candy bars, that kind of stuff. I was stealing a loaf of bread. He should have given it to me, but he didn't. Threatened to tell my mother. Such is life. At any rate, I didn't get the bread and I didn't get to eat, but I don't remember what it felt like to be hungry at that time. I remember another time I was elementary age, school age kid, and I knew that they had a summer food program. You could go in at lunchtime and get something to eat. So I went over there, and unfortunately I was turned down to participate in eating because my mother hadn't signed any paperwork. And the funny thing about that is that I used to sign her name to everything because she was never there for me to get her to sign anything or anything. I needed paperwork signed, and I signed it with her name, and my signature was very close to hers at that time. And I don't remember receiving some kind of paperwork that said she had to sign for me to get lunch. At any rate, I didn't eat that day. Or at least I didn't eat that meal. I don't remember the rest of the day. I don't remember what my stomach felt like. I can't say that for the rest of my life that I've ever really been hungry, as some people are, from what I see on the news and documentaries, that some people are around the world. So to tell you the truth, when they say, listen to your body, you'll know when you're hungry, that's not true. At least in my instance, it's not true. I'm not sure if I'm hungry or not. I know that, or even full, really. The only time I really can say that I knew that I was full was when I was throwing up last month. every day. I knew when to stop eating. But at this point, since I've been drinking the kombucha, and I've noticed on the days that I don't drink the kombucha, I end up throwing up later on in the day. And I think that the kombucha is working well because it is a probiotic, and that's what my body needed. Obviously, when they went in there and cut up my stomach, they messed up a lot of stuff, you know? I mean, as part of the operation, of course. So, I don't know. I don't know when I'm full anymore. Yesterday I actually got up to 800 calories, and I got up to over 60 grams of protein. And I think when I started eating the third meal, I was already full. But I figured, okay, I'll take a bite, you know, and if I'm really full, I'll stop eating, like as it was when I was throwing up, you know. You knew that don't do that second bite, you know. So I'm not sure. It's a really strange position to be in. So anyway, I was thinking about also the eating 3 times a day. I even Googled it. I Googled what is hunger, or how do I recognize hunger, or something like that. You know, I did a lot of Googling, and there was over 200 million answers to how to know when you're hungry. And I'd say most of them were probably close, but all relied on, you'll know when you know, you know. And I don't think that that's the case, to tell you the truth. Unfortunately, I'm still, well, I guess it's a good thing too. I'm not throwing up. You know, hey, what can I tell you? I have noticed, as I said a couple of weeks before, that I seem to be wanting to eat 3 times a day. I think I've gotten it down to why I want to eat 3 times a day, because to tell you the truth, that really wasn't my normal eating habit before this operation. I would eat twice a day. I've been eating twice a day for years. Never ate breakfast. I mean, we had to plan to eat breakfast, you know, one of those kind of things, go out with friends or something. Just never ate breakfast. And I also am not really craving everything under the sun come 8:30 at night. I wasn't doing that before. I mean, okay, I might have wanted something, but not everything in the refrigerator, which is the way I'm looking at things now. I don't know what's going on. I think it's a combination of things. Like, for instance, before I started the operation, I had a week before that I had to do a liquid diet. Well, it was mostly liquid. I had one meal at night, small meal at night, and everything else for the rest of the day was liquid. And I did that for a week before the operation. But I had the schedule printed out and put on my refrigerator. I taped it up. And I realized that it really says that I should eat 3 times a day. And for that week, I got really into the mindset of eating 3 times a day. And that 3 times a day was 11, 3, 8 p.m., which is what's going on with me now, looking at food. It's just amazing. So I really don't know where I'm at, and I really can't define hunger. And I really don't know what super full is like. I mean, I know what Thanksgiving full is like, because I was having that when I first had the operation, but things have settled down now, so that I haven't got a clue. I just don't have a clue. So, when I'm thinking, oops, I just saw the camera change. When I'm thinking that I'm eating 3 times a day, at those 3 times a day that I seem to be up with my head up, looking around, trying to find something to throw in my face. Is it psychological? or is it physical? I really think that it's psychological. I don't think that I'm hungry at all, and I probably can go days without eating anything without thinking about it, except that, of course, that I'm thinking about it. You know? I've also noticed that my tastes have changed. Just about everything tastes kind of flat, except maybe the kombucha. I seem to want sour, which is what the kombucha is, and salty. Anything sweet is just way too sweet. It's just ridiculously sweet. So I seem to be looking for salty things. You people who are into homeopathy, you need to tell me what that is, okay? What am I looking for? Why am I looking for salty? What am I missing in my body? I'm taking the vitamins, I'm doing all of that kind of stuff. And what can I tell you? And as far as pills go, I started having migraines again. I really think it's stress more than anything else. I had a migraine a couple of weeks ago when my friend died, and I had a migraine this week. I was supposed to move next week. In this park, we have to move our rigs every 9 months. So that means you got to pack up everything and then put it all back, you know. Fortunately, this is a small rig. It only took 1 day. 1 day to pack it, 1 day to unpack it, you know, and an hour to move it, you know. Which brings me to Rowley. Well, let me finish this first. At any rate, I think it was just the stress of moving. I was supposed to move next week, but they asked me to move a week early. So that was a quick, you know, get up and do stuff kind of a thing, a couple of days. The headache, the migraine wasn't as bad as the last one, but I was hoping and praying that I got rid of migraines altogether. It was really nice not having any for 2.5 months, you know. Anyway, I managed not to throw up most of this week, except the 2 days that I didn't have any kombucha. I had run out of the kombucha that I bought, and I'm brewing some now, which is coming along really nicely. It's not quite strong enough. It tastes kind of sort of like mild apple juice. And it kind of smells like mild apple juice. But anyway, so the 2 days I didn't have any, but on the second day I was throwing up. On the first day I was not. It was okay. So after that I went to the store, got some more kombucha, and my stomach seems to be okay. It's not upset in any way at all. At all. As I said, I got my calories and protein up, so I'm getting close to what they consider a normal calorie count of, 1,000 to 1,200 calories. I'm not there yet. And as far as weight loss goes, I have to weigh myself every day for the doctor's office. I take my blood pressure, my glucose levels, my oxygen level, and I weigh myself. And it sends the results to the doctor's office via Bluetooth. So Wednesday, the day after they told me I had to move, I got on the scale as usual, and I was 193 pounds, which was down 1 pound for the week. So on Thursday, the day I had to move, I got on the scale, and I had gained 2 pounds. 2 pounds. How the hell do you gain 2 pounds? I mean, I gained 2 pounds. Can you believe that? At any rate, I got on a scale again this morning, and I lost 1 pound. So basically, from last week to this week, I have not lost any weight. I suspect, you know, I'm holding water or something. So nobody gains 2 pounds in one night. I mean, it just doesn't happen that way. So I'm still keeping on. Okay. Now, as far as Rowley goes, I had to move. I moved yesterday. What is today? Saturday. Oh, I moved day before yesterday, Thursday. So I took him, brought him over to the new lot spot in the car. Took him out of the car, brought him in the house. He was fine. Went to let him out. Went to take him out for a walk later on that night, and he did not want to go out. I had to pick him up. He looked out the door and saw that the facade outside was different, and he wasn't having any part of that. So I had to pick him up and take him outside and put him down and close the door because he was going to run back in the house. And we started walking. When we got on the road and started walking, he was okay. I guess he recognized part of the road, smelled whatever smell it was that he wanted to. So later on that night, I went to let him out so he could pee. He refused to go out that door. He wasn't going. He wasn't having that. Wasn't going. He actually held his urine all night long and into the next morning. And he still didn't want to go out. I had to put his harness and leash on him and go out the door with him before he would go outside. And then I had to run back in the house so that he could go out and pee. And he stood there for the longest time staring at that door, waiting for me to open it up so that he can come back in before he would pee. And he finally peed, and that was that. But, I mean, this is drama. It's just like television, you know? This morning, I went to take him out, and he really wasn't happy about going out that door. But he went out. It was okay. So I guess I can't imagine what his life was like at one point, that he is so afraid to go out the front door. If I go sit outside, you know, just in a chair just to enjoy the weather, that kind of stuff, and leave the door open so he can come out, he will not come out. I have to pick him up and carry him out. And that was before we've moved. It's really, really, really strange. Anyway, to sum up, I'm feeling good. Really good, actually. Kind of disappointed about those headaches. Maybe another one won't happen. Who knows? Maybe I won't get stressed at all ever again. Who knows? You know? I still don't have any regrets about the surgery, except that I should have done it sooner. And I'm beginning to learn how to eat well. And I think my attitude is changing towards food, in that I'm learning that my food is my medicine. And I need to use it wisely, because food can be addictive, as we all know. I mean, look at my candy. Well, look at my candy addiction. I mean, I had a really, really, really bad candy addiction before the surgery. And it is still difficult to walk past the candy aisle in the store, but I don't have that overwhelming craving that I used to have. And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the fact that sweet is just too sweet. So I'm not looking at it anymore as much. I'm not really looking at it at all. So anyway, please like and share and subscribe and ring the notification bell. And don't forget to click show more to see the descriptions below. And you people have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and blessed be.